friends, how are we? I hope you're all okay and doing well and keeping cool in this gorgeous weather that we're having at the moment. So in the last video then I showed you how to make this bracelet using the Par Puca Amos beads with seed beads in between, and we went ahead and we made this together. I hope you went on to make lots and lots and lots. And at the end of that video I showed you a quick little make, which is an ankle bracelet, or you could make it a bit smaller and make them into funky little bracelets, nice and stretchy. So what do we need then to make this bracelet? We need beads, and for this bracelet I used 8 OC beads. Now I did make one using 11 OC beads, and you can see how the size difference really. So 11O and the 8O, there is a big difference, but I love these bright colours that I've got in the 8O, so I thought I'd show you the 8Os. But the technique is exactly the same, only that one's made with elastic and this one was made with a needle and thread. Okay, but exactly the same. Oh, other than on this one I did add a clasp because I thought that these are great. These clots and things, the metal findings, are absolutely great for everyday use, but for if you were going to the beach, what have you, the salt water and the sand would soon rub off or distort the colour of our findings, so I thought elastic would be the way to go. So I've got a selection of beads then. I've got some 8O in the really nice bright greens, some yellows for the centre, and some creams for our petals. And we're also going to need a big-eyed needle. Now a big-eyed needle just means that if you know the difference between a ordinary needle, the eye is very small and at one end of our needle, whereas a big-eyed needle, the eye runs more or less the whole length of our needle, but both ends are very sharp, so you need to be careful with them. And some elastic. Now you can use round elastic if you so wish, but I am using this flat braided elastic. Now it is quite fibrous, but we'll come to that during the tutorial. It is quite fibrous, but it's extremely stretchy and really quite strong. So, oh, and you will need a pair of scissors to cut our elastic. So elastic, scissors, 3 different shades of seed beads. Get your bits and bobs together and we'll be right back. So again then, we don't need many beads for this tutorial. We don't need many at all to make this little bracelet. So getting our big-eyed needle then, we just want to put the end of our elastic into our needle. Now because it is fibrous, just put a small amount, because if we have to pull our elastic through the beads, it does sort of shred a bit, and because these big-eyed needles are really quite sharp, it can make the if it happens I'll show you, but it can make the elastic fray, and then we need to bring our needle lower down the elastic and cut off. So I always leave my elastic on the thread, on the reel, just in case I run out, and I can always take some off the other end, rather to have too much than not enough. So let's get started. So I'm going to pick up 9 of our green beads. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to pick up 3 of our petal beads and 1 of our centre bead. Okay, I'm going to pull these gently over my thread, over my elastic, over my needle, holding my beads. I'm just going to come back through those 3 petal beads. So I'm going to call these our stem beads. So from the stem beads back through our petal beads to form a little loop. And bring those beads down. And we shall have this. Picking up 3 more of our petal beads. I'm going to drop those down to cut so it's not so stressful on the. Don't worry about these ones now, they're quite safe. They're going to sit on the by the reel. We're going to concentrate on this petal. So there's our 3 that we first added on. There's our 3 that we've just added. I'm going to come back round in another circle and come back through just 1 of those petal beads. And then finish off and come through another 2 of them again. I've got lotion on my hands. Okay. And just gently tease that elastic through. And we shall have our first flower, our first daisy. Adding on another 9 beads. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dropping them down to our daisy. Picking up 3 petals, 1 of our inner beads, our pollen, coming back through those petal beads, giving us a bit of a yank because we want it nice and close to our stem bead, should we call it. Pick up another 3 of our petal beads and coming through the first one, or if you can get through 2, that's fine, but I'm not going to force it and then come through there because it distorts the flower as well. So I'm just going to go holding the flower between our thumb and finger because that helps, and then as your needle comes through, just pull the elastic at the same time, or after, should I say, after your needle's gone through, pull your elastic and that helps. And then we just need to go through the last of our 3. And there's another daisy added. picking up 9 of our stem, three petal and our centre bead, coming through those petal beads again, and I can already see there, I can see that bits fell off because it is really fibrous, this stuff. Picking up 3 more petal beads, coming through 1 or 2, got through 1 this time, of our petals, trying not to put too much pressure on as it comes through the needle. And because we come through 1, we need to come through another 2 to get in a position to carry on for the next stage. So there's a 1, there's 2, picking up 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 3 petals and 1 inner, dropping them down. Sometimes it helps as well if you hold the elastic tight, it puts less stress. And goes through better. Picking up 3 petals, I can get through 2 this time, through 1 or 2 of your petal beads, doesn't want to go through now, tease it through. I'm going to have to chop, I'll be able to show you now what I mean by fraying. See how it's frayed all the way, I can't even get my F's out, how it's frayed all the way down there. So you can see now, can't you, how it's frayed. So I'm just going to take that out. Cut off to where it isn't fraying. This is why you're always better off with more elastic than what you can possibly think you're going to need if you're going to be using this. And because we've gone through 2 on that side, we need to go through an extra 1 to have got it back into the middle of our flower. So it's just a case of making sure that we always go through 3 beads, picking up 9, three petals, 1 centre, dropping them down, coming all the way back round in a circle, just through your petal beads, giving it a wiggle as you go, picking up 3 more petal beads, coming through, might be able to get through all, no I can't, don't force it Jane, going through a couple of the petal beads that we originally added, remembering that we've got 1 more to go through, holding my finger and my thumb over the top of our work, it just helps a little bit. I just need to go through 1 more. So if I put my thumb through, that stretches the elastic a little bit and we're able to get through a little bit easier. Okay, so again we've still got 3 on one side, 3 on the other side. We know we're in the right place. We're ready to add our next bit of stem. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 petal beads, 1 centre bead, dropping them down, coming through those petal beads again in a circle, picking up another 3 of our petal beads, coming through 2 or 1 or however many you can get through, sometimes it goes through easier and sometimes it doesn't go through as easy. So we learnt last time to stick my thumbnail in between the beads, popping it through, and that allows it to go through so much easier. Picking up 9 beads, nine, 3 petal beads, 1 centre bead, dropping them down. You know what you're doing now. Coming through, back through the 3 petal beads, giving it a little wiggle to make sure it sits close to our stem beads, picking up 3 petal beads, this time I've only got through 1 comfortably, knowing that I need to go through 3 to finish off and get ready for the next step. I'm going to see if I can push my nail on those beads, and that's gone through lovely, she says. Let's see, get the right tension, it goes through nice. Onwards, nine, 3, 1. And then we'll measure it in a second, guys. Through 3 of our petal beads, back in that loop, making sure that the flower sits nicely on our stem, picking up 3 petals, finishing off our move by going through the last one to make sure that we are in the centre or in the third petal bead. Let's just see how many we've got on here. Come on, Percy, let's have a look. So not too many more to go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really easy, guys, isn't it, this one? I like to bring you nice easy projects because it's just nice. Nice easy ones we don't have to worry too much about. I'm all about sharing the best that I can and helping where I can. Another 3 beads. Through the last one to make it so we've gone through our 3. Let's just have a little look-see now. Can't be that far off. 7. So one more set and we're done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 and 1. This will be our last section because we've got our other beads there from our stem. Coming round in a circle. Another 3 beads. Managed to get through 2. Ooh, it's fraying. We'll be alright for this one. Through the last one. Making it nice and tight so it'll have no problem going through. That's it. Taking our needle off. Cutting off the other side, giving us a few inches so we can tie knots nicely. I'm just going to move these beads out of the way a second, just hopefully so you can see the knots. Okay, so making an overhand knot, bringing it up, making another overhand knot, pulling tight, and then I'm going to make a surgeon's knot just by taking the elastic over and over again. So we've just gone round 2 times, pulling, and then one last time over the top of that, and that's it, done. Now you can put a little bit of a dab of nail polish on your knot. Little dab of clear nail polish. I know this has got glitter in, but I'm only going to be using. And we're just going to and that'll soak into the knot. And I'm going to cut that off. I would normally wait for it to dry, but I trust my knots as well, and that knot will go into one of your beads and you won't see it, and there you have a lovely elasticated anklet. And like I say, if you made it a bit smaller, you could make one for your wrist to match, and I think they're really, really cute. So there you are, there's that one done. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I haven't thought about it, but let's hope it's something exciting. Oh dear. So if you've enjoyed this this anklet making, this really simple anklet, it does look really good on the ankle. It just looks it looks super cute. It's really nice. You can make lots of these, again, sell them at fake because they're so quick to make and they don't use a lot of beads. You can, you know, if you're doing a bit of a fundraiser for the school or whatever, you know, you can knock these up really, really quickly. It's a really quick make. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you a little bit of inspiration. You can use whatever colours you like. If you wanted to do a needle and thread version, what have I done with that? It's here. Exactly the same, only using needle and thread, and you just need to put your little clots or whatever on the end. Okay then guys, so I hope you find this quick little video nice and useful. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, please drop me a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and what you've got to say. I know it's not very technical, I know it's not very I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I think it's quite creative, I think it's really cute, and well, I hope you go on to make lots and give them as friendship bracelets to your girlfriends. I think it's really sweet. So until next time, take good care of yourselves and very, very happy beading. Until next time guys, let's see those thumbs.